Hello, I'm your host, Puzzle Spencer, and you're here for Contract Wars Let's Play Episode 2. Now, today we are going to talk about this screen, this menu. You can access it by pressing the skills, the career buttons, and yeah. Now, when often here, if you press the skills, it'll take you to skills. First, you'll get careerist. Everything in here is based on GP, and you don't really need it for the game, but it'll make it a lot easier, just like GP weapons. Now here, you have the scout class, which is mainly pistols and some machine guns. Some of the better things you can get are special weapons, which I'll go over here in a little bit. Next class is assault. Assault class is nice, for assault ranges, mid ranges, some good weapons down there. And then you have multiple tiers of vests and armor points that you can get through skills. Now, next class you have destroyer. Now, most people would say, well, here's a special weapon down there, unique machine gun. Most people would say go and get the grenade first. Now, I wouldn't say that. I would say second, because it's not really needed for a while. Now, the next class is the sniper class. You can get a special sniper rifle, and it helps you if you're a sniper, of course. You can get an extra 5 health points. You can get some hearing and some sight things when you're being shot. But one unique thing is that you can hold right mouse button. Well, if you have this thing, you can hold right mouse button and it will zoom in and make your gun more accurate. Then in the last thing we have Gunsmith. Gunsmith is nice, and I recommend going into it first because you can get the first 4 things to be repair. So it makes your repair cheaper, and then you can get mortar strikes and sonar strikes, although I would recommend those to be later. And you can also get optics and glimmer and silencer things, all to be better when you use them. Now in the next tab you have summary, and it'll show how much EXP you have until next rank, your card, gamer card, whatever you want to call it. You can press your profile, it'll take you to the same place. Then you have hardcore mode, which I haven't entered hardcore mode. You have to be level 40 to do. There's W tasks, contracts, current rank, next rank, place in rating, and there's your whole rating. You have achievements unlocked. You have your next achievement, basically which one's closest. You have your clan and your special honors. And rating, you probably won't have to do anything with this unless you have friends. You can see how much better you are than your friends, or how much worse you are than your friends. Your favorites, your position, which you probably aren't going to be on here. There's the top people that are online. There's the top that are hardcore mode, and then there's just the straight up top 300. You can also search people up here. Click that button. Next tab is the achievements tab. At first you'll see all special things and pretty much W tasks for GP guns. You scroll down, there's actual achievements, and first it's mainly get this many kills with a knife, assault rifle, submachine gun, pistol, blah blah. You'll probably kill 50 enemies and win a match. This will most likely be your first 2. Then there's also Angel of Death and Destroyer in between those. And if you go down here, there's some harder achievements. Very hard achievements, like make 700 double headshots. Bro kills. And there's classified things. And classified things basically means they won't tell you, but you can just look them up on the wiki instead. Next tab will be your contracts. Now contracts will say what you have to do, and upon completing the contract, you can get that reward, whatever it is. And if you want, you can refresh your contracts to get new contracts once you're done with the ones you're already on. You can skip your contracts if they're too hard. You can see what your next contracts will reward. And once you're done with your contracts, you have to wait until the time period up here is done, until you can get a new contract to work with. And the next tab you have are your statistics. There's all your statistics if you really want to look at them. It's not everything, but it's a lot of things. Last tab is clan tab. Clans, they can be fun if you're in just a little group with your friends, but you can also join other clans just to get their benefits. But most good clans that you get benefits from, and they're like really big clans, like Sama, Figa, Ali, and all that stuff. Or Al3, I really don't know how it's pronounced. you have to give a certain portion of your EXP to, but it's really not that bad. Now, you can see your CR, your GP, SP, mod points. You can get all that stuff right there if you click that button. There's your name, which you can change in the settings. If you go up here in settings, you can change your name to 3 times for free, but if you want to change it more than 3 times, you have to pay. There's your kits down here, which you just have to click on and then go into match. It'll show you what you'll go into the match with. There's a quick thing to look at for contracts, how much EXP you have until next tab. Now down here is the selected kit, so you can go select 2 and all that. You can save your kits here and write them. Now, here's weapon slots sets. In the sets, you'll have all your pistols on the left, mostly your GP guns on the right. Sometimes there's an overflow of CR guns, and they'll have one over here. And then in between you'll have your CR guns. Now, CR guns, I mean, they're good. You can get them pretty much for free. And GP guns, you might be able to get for free, but probably you're gonna have to pay for them if you buy more than one. Now, every day there's gonna be a sale on one of them, and it's usually around half off. You can buy that gun for a certain amount. If you ever buy GP, you can get this gun, the Glock 17 DevGru pistol. I don't really know how to pronounce it. And at level 10, you can use the roulette wheel, which has an assortment of things that you can get. And it's actually a pretty nice thing, because sometimes you can get a lot of GP, but you could also get camos, which are pretty much useless since they'll give it to you for guns that you don't even have. Then over here, you have packages, which you can buy. Everything has packages. I mean, it's not really worth it, I would say. Just buy the gun instead. Then you have W tasks. Now, W tasks are special tasks that can unlock customization for your guns, and it can also just give you better things for your guns. Like on the KDR PDW, you can get a silencer and a sight. I mean, after that, the customization is better. And if you want, you can do the W task and have it completed for you instead of actually doing it if you just pay some GP. I would not recommend that, but if it's really hard, I mean, you might want to do that. And there's 6 in sets, and they're all, your average guns. When you start out, you have weapon set 1. When you're level 10, you get 2. When you're level 20, you get 3, 30, 4, and so on and so forth. And then your last one is weapon set spec. Now, to get those weapons, you have to go through your skills, and you have to get certain things like the unique SMG, both of them, the unique pistol, the unique sniper rifle, the unique machine gun, and unique secondary SMG. You can all unlock through your skill tree, but you also have to pay a little bit of CR for them, or you have to pay a little bit of GP, maybe somewhat for cost a little bit of CR, and then you can unlock all of these. And there's packages for them. Not really sure if you want them, but any of the ones except for this weapon set spec that you don't have unlocked, you can unlock them early with early access, and you pay some GP for that. And that is about it. Now, in the GameList browser, you have a little bit of a thing. You can fill in full if you want to see, if you want to include games that are full, which there's really no point to doing that. And empty is by default already filled in. I would click that and then look at games that aren't empty, and can also have them by level. And I would recommend keeping the level thing filled in, because there's just going to be a bunch of games that you can't join. Then you can have favorite games, which there's not going to be anything. There can be hardcore games, which don't matter until you're level 40 or above. There's going to be locked games, which doesn't matter, because all locked games are just for devs. Then you can have a map, and not all maps are just separate maps. There's some maps that are also deathmatch maps. And then you can have game mode. There's a few types of game mode. The best game mode for EXP is Designation. However, it's not like it's not that great because it's once you're killed, you're out for that round. And deathmatch is just free for all. Team elimination is, team deathmatch, whatever you want to call it. Tactical conquest is capture this point and all that. And then you have, whether it's hardcore mode or not, you have the game, the level, the map, the XP rate, and as I said, team designation, 10 points XP rate. You have the amount of players. On the right, you'll have how many there can be and how many there are. There's the mode, and then ping. Ping isn't really trustworthy. As long as you don't go into like the 400s or something like that, you should be pretty much fine. But even in the lower ones, you'll still get lag and packet loss. It's, it doesn't really help that much. If you ever need help, you can always press help and it'll explain everything. And you also have that. And if you want, you can press quick match. You can toggle a hardcore mode or not. You can search and full or not. I wouldn't really do that. Take the search and full off, and then you can select which game mode you want. If you want a certain game mode, you can select a map if you want. If you want a certain map.
Over!